Hey there, it's Veronica. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to be talking about one of my favorite skills, and as a matter of fact, it's the skill that has contributed to much of my success, and we're going to talk about a drive for results. Stay tuned. So exactly what does it mean to have drive for results? It means consistently maintaining high levels of productivity, stamina, effectiveness, and determination. It also means you do not give up on completing a task, even in the face of adversity or when you're facing resistance. It means taking personal responsibility and always looking for ways to improve. And last but not least, and one that I find that trips up new managers or early career managers the most, it means being determined to produce positive outcomes for all key stakeholders. And the reason this trips up leaders the most is because they are quite capable of producing outcomes or positive outcomes, but they don't necessarily consider all of the key stakeholders when producing those outcomes. So why does it matter that a leader is able to drive for results? First and foremost, because it supports their ability to set priorities and keep their team focused. It also supports their ability to meet, if not exceed, goals. It ensures that tasks are completed, and last but not least, it can affect a business's or a company's bottom line. Meaning if your company is not meeting goals, you're not completing tasks, you could affect the company's ability to be profitable. So if you're an aspiring leader, here are 5 things that you can do today to demonstrate you have a healthy drive for results. First and foremost, take action. Take action that leads to achieving or exceeding goals. Secondly, show determination and commitment to meeting or exceeding the goals set by your leader or others. Third, keep track of your performance. When you keep track of your performance, you know where you are. Also, set personal goals for yourself that are higher than the goals set by your leader and or others because it will keep you motivated. Fourth, take actions that lead to improvements in performance and processes. And finally, make sure you encourage others to do the same. It shows your level of commitment and dedication to the success of not only your team, but also your organization. So if you are a supervisor or a manager, here are 5 ways for you to demonstrate a healthy drive for performance. First and foremost, set stretch goals for yourself and others when a high level of performance will improve outcomes. Constantly push yourself and your team to meet, if not exceed, goals. Number 3, find ways to keep moving forward, meaning don't let anything get in your way. Number 4, challenge poor performance whenever it impacts the bottom line. And number 5, complete projects on time. This is a big one. As leaders, if you're not completing projects on time, you are holding the business back, you are slowing progress. So make sure you complete projects on time. So what are the causes of poor drive for results? One is procrastination. And as we know, procrastination is putting things off, right? Well, if having a healthy drive for results means that you are committed and dedicated to achieving or exceeding goals, then that's completely opposite of putting something off or delaying it. So procrastination is one of those bad habits that leads to a poor drive for results. Another one is a lack of courage. And I see this a lot as well, especially in new or frontline leaders. Having a lack of courage simply means not having the intestinal fortitude to face challenges or resistance head on. Instead, you cower in a corner, you acquiesce to someone else's demands or their ideas. No, you can't do that. That will lead to a poor drive for results. And finally, a lack of focus. Not being focused means you're kind of scattered, you're kind of everywhere. So if, again, having a healthy drive for results means you are committed and dedicated to meeting and achieving goals, then a lack of focus is the complete opposite. Well, not exactly the opposite, but you're not really focusing on the right thing. So procrastination, a lack of courage, and a lack of focus are 3 things that can lead to a poor drive for results. let's recap what you've learned today. First and foremost, having a healthy drive for results means you don't stop before you finish. You keep moving in the face of adversity and resistance. Secondly, it helps leaders set priorities and keep their teams focused on the right activities. Third, people with a healthy drive for results are bottom line oriented. Fourth, procrastination is a root cause of poor drive for results. And finally, a poor drive for results can affect a company's bottom line. We're at the end. We're done. Thank you so much for listening to this topic called Drive for Results. It is one that's near and dear to me because it is one that has certainly catapulted me into the stratosphere of leadership success. If I didn't have a really strong and healthy drive for results, I don't think I would have accomplished the things that I've accomplished. But now you know what it means, what it looks like, and maybe you're at a point where you're saying, you do need to do some additional work on your drive for results. If you do, not a problem. If you don't, that's not a problem. I say congratulations to you. But if you do, I have a surprise. If you go to the bottom of this post, if you're on my website or on Facebook, go to the bottom of this post and I provided a link for you to a book on Amazon that's an oldie but goodie that I absolutely think that you'll love. It's by the Harvard Business Review and it's called Leadership That Gets Results. So go to the bottom of this post on Facebook or on YouTube and click on that link. If you don't need any additional development in this area, not a problem. Like I said, congratulations. However, I would like for you to go to the bottom of this post again on Facebook or YouTube and sign up for my weekly updates because I'll be talking about a variety of leadership topics this year and I want you to be the first to know whenever that content goes live. So if you're not following me on Facebook or Instagram, please do. I'm at Leadership Life Support on Facebook and also at Leadership Life Support on Instagram. So once again, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Talk to you later.